sentenced to death by hanging in Osun State for stealing fowl.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video, we are diving into a shocking and heartbreaking story. How a 17-year-old boy in Nigeria was sentenced to death for allegedly stealing a fowl. And after 14 years imprisonment, freedom is finally within reach. Segun Olowokere was just a teenager when he was arrested back in 2010. The accusation? Stealing a chicken and some eggs in Osun State. But wait till you hear the twist in this case. It is not just about the alleged theft. It is about a system that failed him and his family. His parents, heartbroken but relentless, recently opened up in an emotional interview. They reveal how the police demanded a bribe of 30,000 naira to release their son, a sum they couldn't afford at the time. Even when they managed to gather some of the money, 20,000 naira, the officer reportedly refused to accept it, claiming he had no reason to show mercy. What happened next was unthinkable. Segun, just 17 at the time, was tried as an adult, accused of leading a gang of thieves and sentenced to death. His parents' desperate appeal to politicians and even family elders were met with shocking betrayal. Now, after 14 years of relentless battles, public outcry, and mounting evidence of injustice, Segun's freedom is finally within reach. But what really happened in court, and how did this teenager end up on death row for such petty crime? Stay tuned as we unravel the full story and bring you exclusive clips from the family's emotional interview. This is one you don't want to miss. Hit that like button and let us know your thoughts in the comment section.
Sentenced to death by hanging in Osun State for stealing fowl. It's on Google. You can search for it.
Ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà mo rìnrìn àjò kan ní ọdún kan mi mọ̀ pé mo lè padà délé ni wọ́n gbé mi lọ nígbà tí mo débẹ̀ bórí mi ṣe tó mo ní tó tírí àjò ibà ti ẹ̀pin síbi ṣùgbọ́n kọ́mọ mi ó sá jáde bí tá a ti rìn dé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí o ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
Àwọn ọmọ yẹn pé wọ́n ní àti adìẹ yín kankan gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sá wà ládùúgbò náà sá ń bá wa bẹ̀ pé máa sá lọ gbà tọ́lọ́ ó tiẹ̀ mọ́ parẹ́ ò mọ́ ọ̀ tiẹ̀ ọjẹ́ ò bàtí ọlọ́sà àti ṣe tí wọ́n ti rí ẹmú yẹn yẹra ó sá jìnnà ẹ̀mí pé òní sá pé nǹkan tó mọ̀wọ́ tẹ̀ mẹsẹ̀ kan wá mú kò sá o tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn wọ́n fi dé àṣà wọ wàhálà yẹn.
ó sànkà ìwé yẹn táwa náà dẹ̀ rí pé
ó ń kàwé yẹn ó graduate níbẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ pé àní owó lọ́wọ́.
ẹ wá lọ sí fún graduation kí ló read medicine ló read ó read medicine lẹ́wọ̀n.
ní dp yẹn bá ní kí n lọ wá 30,000 wá tí n bá fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ mi rẹ̀wọ̀n lẹ́nu kan 20,000 sáà ní agbára pín dé àrí 20,000 gbẹ́ lágbára.
ní 2010 lẹ́ ń sọ yìí.
pé kí n wo dáadáa o òun ò bímọ òun dẹ̀ ṣàánú ló bá yá.
Gọ́fúnà Adémọ́lá Adélékè mo rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí yín kí ẹ fi ojú àánú kí ẹ fi wò mí torí ní ọdún tí wọ́n dá ẹjọ́ yìí ohun tí adájọ́ sọ ni pé lẹ́yìn ọdún 10 gọ́fúnà tó bá wà lórí ipò òun ló lè pardon ọmọ yìí. Ọlọ́run ni mo fi bẹ̀ yín ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ẹ síjú àánú wò mí torí ọmọ kan so. mo wá ní kógun igun tó dé mi ò rí o mo wọ́ ọmọ mi ò rí ẹyọ kan so tí mo nílé mi ò ní gbẹ́kẹ̀lé mi níbi kankan bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ju ọmọ yìí lọ. ẹ dákun ẹ síjú àánú wò mí gómìnà wa ọlọ́lá wa aláṣẹ wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ọmọ odò ọ̀tẹ̀ ni mí ọmọ ìlú Ọ̀yàn ẹ síjú àánú wò mí mo tún wá rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà gbogbo ìrànlọ́wọ́ tọ́lọ̀ bá fún kálukú láti ṣe láti gbà tí mo ti ń bá rí àjò ọmọ ìka mi ò sọdún ayọ̀ rí o kò sí kankan tí mo rí ṣe tẹ́gbẹ́ mi ṣe láyé tí mo ṣe mi ò jẹ́yàn mi ò mẹ́gbẹ́ pẹ́ mi ò lówó lọ́wọ́ mi ò ní sẹ́lọ̀ kò sówó tí mo ní dálẹ̀ tí mo ní rí ṣe o mi ò rí kó jọ mo sì fẹ́ bẹ́gbẹ́ pé mo fẹ́ bá gbà mú kí n mọ bàráyé bọ́ọ̀tì kí n mọ wá yé asán ẹgbà mi ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà má jẹ́ báyìí kú o ìbànújẹ́ ò ní tọ́ sí yín o.
This is too much. He has been there for 14 years for the allegation of stealing fowl. I'm not there, but we need your help. I'm begging you in the name of God, His Excellency Governor Ademola Adeleke.
Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has ordered an urgent review of a case involving a teenager sentenced to death for stealing a fowl. There is a widespread attention on a recent interview involving the parents of a young man facing a death sentence. In this viral video, the parents shared a heartbreaking story of their son, Segun Olowokere, who was arrested for stealing a chicken. According to the mother, he was 17 at that time and he has spent over 14 years in prison. According to the father, when the incident happened, the police came around and they told Segun to run away, but Segun refused to run away, saying he doesn't know anything about the theft of the chicken. And the father said Segun does not eat chicken, so it's possible that Segun is actually innocent of this crime. Father also mentioned that he was told by the DPO to bring 30,000 naira for the release of his son, but he was able to raise just 20,000 naira and the DPO refused to collect it. This interview sparked public outcry and the attention was brought to the governor.
Ọmọ kan so mo wá ní ìkọgbìngbò tó dé mi ò rí o mo wọ́n mọ̀ mi ò rí ẹyọ kan so tí mo ní dé mi ò ní gbẹ́kẹ̀lé mi níbi kankan bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ju ọmọ yìí lọ.
The governor has directed the Commissioner for Justice to commence full investigation into the matter and to initiate processes to grant the prerogative of mercy to Segun.
Yahaya Bello was released on 500 million naira bail for stealing 82 billion naira. But a hungry man who stole a fowl, a chicken, was sentenced to death in this country. A hungry man that stole fowl was sentenced to death by hanging. What manner of a wicked judge sentenced that man to death? Anyway, kudos to Osun State Governor Adeleke for his merciful heart, because the rest of all these politicians are too wicked and heartless. How can you, in this our present economical state, sentence a man for a chicken less than 10,000 naira? The rich in Nigeria, they get justice, but the poor, we get judgment. They leave us to go and die and rot. But somebody who stole billions, Emefiele is still there, who has stole billions and trillions of naira and assets. I promise you, he will not be sentenced to death. Highest, he go prison for 10-20 years like Igori, he will come out. Highest, that's if the judicial system decides to punish him. He will go to prison for some years and come out. And even the prison he will go to, now enjoyment. But you see a hungry man that will steal a chicken, that will steal 1,000 naira in the market, is a criminal. But those that are in government stealing money that they cannot spend for the rest of their life, the rest of their generation cannot spend, they are heroes. They will grant them bail of chicken change. You steal money, the bail they gave you is not up to 1/4 of the money you stole. And you expect that kind of corruption to stop. But you are sentencing a man to death for a chicken less than 10,000 naira.
The first thing right now is that I think the judge that sentenced that boy to death should seriously be probed and be questioned. Why will you sentence a boy to death by hanging because he stole a fowl? And he already spent 14 years in prison. And this is why an average Nigerians are always very hungry. That when it has to do with the people, the laws are always very harsh. But when it comes to the influential ones, the politician and other set of people, the laws are always very flexible. This is why an average Nigerians are always very, very hungry. And truth should be told. Why will you hang death by hanging for stealing a fowl? And he has spent 14 years in prison. A fowl, adiye. Like, makes this make sense? But the good thing about this whole thing is that Governor Ademola Adeleke already granted the boy a pardon. But let us imagine that this story did not get on social media. Is that how that boy's life would have been wasted? Like, this is abnormal. This is uncalled for. And we even need the name of that judge. That judge needs to be probed. Like, which part of the law? Not even community service. Not even 6 months in prison. Death by hanging for stealing a fowl. So what will you sentence a murderer? Like, this story is just like, what? This has been trending since yesterday. So if Governor Ademola Adeleke did not see that case, so they go just go find that boy on top fowl. On top because of a fowl. And to me, this story is still not hard enough. And proper investigation should be done. because the DPO requested for a particular amount of money that the parents could not drop. I think they need to really investigate. Something is really missing. For that boy to get such judgments, something is really, really missing.
Yes, normally, Dele Farotimi was actually right by saying Nigeria have criminal justice system. Just yesterday, a news was flying around by Osun State Governor, which is Adeleke, about a minor that was convicted 10 years ago because of he still fowl. A minor then, it was 17 years, which supposed to judge in juvenile court, not an open court, but was sentenced and he has been on death row all this while. And this governor want to review the case and reverse the judgment based on the family went to podcast to explain what happened, that the boy don't even eat fowl, that is chicken. He does not eat chicken. That's what the both parents was explaining in this podcast. And even when the boy was about to arrested, when the police people came, they told him to run, but he refused to run because he know nothing about the fowl that was still, that he was accused of. And Nigeria system, the justice system, is just so appalling. We know they said the law is blindfolded, but as well, we cannot see this in a broad light. Even though he stole 1,000 chicken, a chicken or a fowl can be equal to human's life. Now, even though he killed somebody in the process, that we understand, but at least it's just fowl, and he was sentenced to death. Can you just imagine? And you want foreign investors to come and invest in Nigeria? And you people keep saying that people should not keep exposing you people on bad leadership outside this country. Honestly, Nigeria have to do better. If really they will trend for wrong reasons. Nigeria keep trending for wrong reasons, honestly. And this has to stop. I don't know that judge. They have to go and check that judge and see how they can strip his license off him or her or whatever. I don't know whether it's a male or female that sentenced that boy to death. He's wrong. Honestly, he's wrong.